La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him. It's really true.
Hello and welcome to My Wife Hates Me. Today's episode is brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We believe enjoying the fun and taste of the tropics is the getaway you need in the middle of your day. Take a moment of me time with made-to-order smoothies, bowls, and wraps filled with tropical fruit, refreshing ingredients, and good vibes. Every sip and bite feels like a little trip to a tropic resort. Hello, it's called manifesting. Relax. Now you're on Tropic Time. Hello, Richard.
Hello.
You're not feeling well?
Oh, these allergies, my
Terrible
head.
allergies.
Do you have them?
No, not off and on. They come and go, but
I-
I'm feeling pretty
My
good.
eyes itching, my head is. I gotta find Allegra. Isn't that for allergies, Allegra?
I don't know, but anyway, let's.
No, what do you mean you don't know? What
This is you have to stop acting like I'm your pharmacy, your knowledge, your everything. If I died tomorrow, who would you turn to about every single thing that you need to know? You just keep going. How about you? What is this?
Dr. Steve.
When we watch TV, who is that?
I would call Dr. Steve.
You forget a name, you're like, tell me his name, and sometimes I don't feel like searching my archives for it.
Well, I'm just
in front of people. You'll be like, what's his name? And
yeah. Well, guess what? You're the one who went out and bought Raina allergy medicine. So you would maybe know if it was Allegra.
Okay, it is Allegra. Go buy Allegra. There's 1,000 different kinds. I don't know exactly what's right for you.
It's Allegra.
I'm going to shoot you in the fucking head. Okay,
Are you
stop.
gonna curse on the podcast?
Fuck. Yes.
No cursing. This is now I decided.
Oh, no cursing. Okay. Let's get into it because I thought about this morning and it made me laugh again.
Oh.
Last night we went to New York. By the way, I watched Rich do an entire set, which I haven't done in a long time, and it was hilarious. I laughed out loud nonstop. Hilarious. Then we go and first we got food, which we both ate like we'd never eaten in our lives.
There was even the plates weren't left. We ate the plates. Starving.
Then we went and did Bobby's podcast, which Ryan Long, who's very funny, was on it. I don't think he was too thrilled that we showed up.
And just hijacked
the podcast.
Podcast he was killing on.
And then we gave what's his name?
Danny
Braff a ride home. And I just did to you what you do to me. See? You could have just turned it on me, but you didn't.
Because I'm not vicious.
You didn't think of it. That's the only reason you didn't.
Go ahead.
And so we give Danny Braff a ride home. And he, we just, not a ride home. We give him a ride closer
to Somerville, where we drop him off and then he gets an Uber the rest of the way home.
Yeah. So he's telling us this story about a comedian who is on America's Got Talent. And he told a joke that within the joke, he's being someone else. He's explaining, like, you can't just do that. Like, if I were to call Heidi Klum a tramp, he was doing it. I don't want to get into what the whole bit was, but he wasn't doing it. He was doing it as an example of this other character that he was doing. And I knew what was coming because I've seen the show or clips enough times to know that Heidi Klum gets no jokes, zero jokes. Heidi Klum has no understanding of comedy. So she says, I don't like that you call me a tramp. And, you can't explain it to her at that point. Anyway, we're talking about, Heidi Klum is dumb. How come she doesn't get jokes? And Rich goes, she's a cunt. It was so deep. It was like the person who had stolen your children or something. It was like, were you married to her at one point? Like, she's a cunt. And then I was like, she's not a cunt. She's dumb. Like, I don't know if you have to go that far.
I called her a dumb cunt after that because.
Okay, but why were you so angry?
Because I know I don't like.
First of all, he didn't know the comedian that we were talking about.
Yeah, but I've seen her go after other comedians. And
she doesn't go after. She's paid to sit there and give her opinion, and her opinion even though
It
it's
hurts
ridiculous.
the comic and the world and the people watching the show will cling to her every word, and she'll say, "Well, I don't think kids should come see your show." Well, of course not, you know. And I've never. Then again, I've only watched it maybe once. I've never heard her say anything positive. Don't fucking have her talk during the comedy section.
but
just have Howard do
okay,
it.
but you, this is very you. This is very you. To hear one story, to get so angry that
Yeah.
you would be like, she's a cunt. I mean, you said it with full force. And then in a week meet her somewhere where she's like, "Oh, you're very funny," and you're like, she's cool, she's really great.
Yeah, I would change my opinion.
Yes.
People do that all the time.
I know, but why go to such extremes then? Why not have any opinion really about her at all? Because you don't, like you said, you've heard one story, saw one clip, that's all you know of her.
Maybe two.
But I mean, and also, like, she doesn't affect your day-to-day life. Like, why?
Yes, every
why
day.
dredge up so much anger for
When
that?
I go up on stage, I go,
Is Heidi Klum in the
I
audience?
go, what would Heidi Klum say about my set? You know, I just don't like when they put, you know,
Okay, but it's
comedy's so hard.
I get that you don't like it. I
I
understand that as well.
2 minutes in front of that
I get it.
audience is so fucking tough.
Big deal.
No, it's not a big deal.
It's really, it's not a big deal. It's just comedy.
It's enough, but that's your career. That's like saying to a brain surgeon, you lost one. Big deal. It's just brain surgery.
You know what you're getting into when you go on one of those shows. You're not like, oh, here's a panel of some of the brightest, smartest comedians on the planet.
Natterman was the best.
Okay, I'm just saying it's okay to be angry. It's like, that kind of sucks, or, well, she doesn't know what she's doing or what she's saying or whatever. I'm sure she doesn't know what the best singer is either. But I'm talking about, all I'm saying is, like, where is that hatred coming from?
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Dr. Bonnie.
Where is it coming from?
It's coming from everybody who's ever judged me in life, and I see it in her. She, someone like her thinks her whole life she's probably been beautiful and everything given to her, and life has been easy, you know. And then all of a sudden, she's Mrs. fucking
judging others,
especially about something she doesn't know about. Hey, how about this? Hey, in my opinion, I was offended, but it could be funny to other people. How about that? That wasn't funny.
Well, can I give you another scenario? Let's say.
Oh, I just gave you a good answer.
No, not really, because
Yes,
I'm gonna make you see it in a different way.
No, okay.
I'm gonna make you see it in a different way. Because you tend to see other people as being wrong more than you see yourself as being wrong. So
I'm not
you
wrong
judge
in this
other
matter.
people harder than yourself. So let's say there's a TV show. And
you sit there and go, "Oh, I hate the camera angles." We were watching a show that was so good last week.
I didn't say hate the camera. I said I don't like the way this is shot. It was just an opinion of mine. I didn't call the fucking filmmaker a cunt.
No one
I was like, "This cunt, I hate it."
No one sits there and goes, "Oh my god!"
Well,
look at the filters on those cameras. It was a good show.
I didn't say anything about the filters.
Basically, I don't like how this was.
I said I don't like how it's shot. Okay.
No one sits and says that ever.
Okay, I won't ever express that again if it upsets you that way.
I bet
I'm going to give you a scenario.
I bet their craft table stunk. Go ahead.
I'm going to give you a scenario. Okay, there's a TV show and there's comedians that come on. It's like they ask you to be on the panel of judges, where it's like a little bit like America's Got Talent, but it's lots of different things. So there's painters, there's jugglers, there's whatever, all different kinds of arts going on. Is juggling an art? And you're the judge, right? So when
one of them,
you're one of the judges. So you see a painting, right?
Yeah.
And you think you're pretty good at judging paintings,
yeah,
right? And you could lift your head occasionally. And Snow White.
What's that? I lifted my head. Oh.
You're truly insane. I realized last night you're completely fucking bonkers. Okay, so you're doing this thing and somebody comes and shows a painting that they did.
Yeah.
Right? and it's got a little bit of satanic stuff to it.
Yeah.
Right. What do you say to that artist?
What do I say?
Yeah.
I go, you did that great. That's not the type of art.
Oh, yeah, Richard.
That
Richard.
I would say. Art.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What?
You I've seen you on Kill Tony, on Roast Battle. You don't start off by saying like, first of all, I just want to say what balls it takes to get up here, and I'm amazed by your potential. Like, you say none of that. You're like, I fucking fell asleep halfway through. You know, whatever.
I never attack. I'm always gentle. I don't want.
No, you're not.
I never want to ruin somebody's dreams.
I get that, but you still take on funny first.
Yes.
Right. So if you're being funny and mean, you think it's okay. That person doesn't see the funny; they just see the mean.
Listen,
Heidi Klum just thinks she's giving them. She really.
I know. What are you, fucking Heidi Klum's
I'm just
publicist?
saying it's funny to me that you would be like,
"Hey, Heidi, I set him straight." Heidi,
don't.
Everything's
First of all,
okay.
I don't like Heidi Klum particularly. Like, I'm not a stan, but I don't think that someone who's just I don't understand being that angry about a story that doesn't involve me at all.
It does involve me. It's about comedy, and it hurts comedy. And
yeah, but you could be comedy, like, I get, but it doesn't hurt comedy. They put comics on it. It's a stupid fucking show.
Yeah.
This is the thing that's amazing to me about you. You still have this thing in you where you think things should be fair. You really can't believe when things aren't fair.
Yeah, well, I'm fair. So all I could do
but you're fair from your perspective.
I'm fair to people.
I'm sure there's people that have been in front of you on we've been so mean. Remember the thing that Bennington used to do? Yeah, we've been so mean to people. I mean, I have in the under the umbrella of being hilarious, I've ruined people's fucking nights, man.
That's like, you. I don't do that.
Rich, you as well. But you think like,
but I'm not getting
you know how you are in your heart. I'm just saying, in Heidi's heart, she really believes the guy was calling her a tramp. So she's really like, no, I don't think that's right.
You can't be that dumb after 5 years, after probably.
She's not doing it on purpose.
No, listen to me.
She's not doing. She's not stupid. She's not pretending that. She doesn't understand the context of what he's doing, and then that would take brilliance to go backwards the other way.
No, she's been doing.
If she understood that he was using her as an example, English isn't her first language.
First of all, she's not dumb. She's.
I'm not saying she's dumb. She's dumb about comedy.
No, you have to learn after all that.
I don't think so.
After what? How many years has it been on? 7, let's say 8 years. After 100 episodes of watching comedy, if you don't understand it by then,
you're a cunt.
You're a cunt. Yeah.
You're a cunt.
Hey, I wasn't that vicious. I'm just saying what
it dripped out of you. It was disgust.
I go, that's very cunty.
No, you said it was like all this anger just poured out of you. We're laughing, we're talking about she's a cunt. I was like, Rich, relax.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Save it for your fucking online arguments. I mean, it is wild. You do have this thing where you let your anger roll.
It wasn't anger. It was just.
What was it then?
Opinion. My opinion.
Your opinion would be like, oh, I don't think she should be judging that show.
Now you're forcing and telling me my opinion.
No, I'm just.
Now you're controlling my opinions.
No, I'm not.
You just did.
I'm not controlling your opinions. I'm saying there's something else going on where you could get that angry about a story that doesn't involve you, about a show that doesn't have anything to do with you, and a person that clearly knows nothing about comedy.
My head is spinning. What do you take for? I got to get some allergy medicine. I know there's some around the house, but I'm not going to have time to find it. We have to run. I got a bunch of stuff to do. Look how I'm dressed. Do you think I'm, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
My head. How about all the followers Obama had?
Oh,
That was
the other thing that was so fucking crazy.
what?
Don't I have to find this?
Oh, she's looking for something. I cannot wait till this weekend when I go to the comedy store in La Jolla and play a couple of golf courses down there. And La Jolla is beautiful. You ever been to La Jolla?
No.
You've never driven down the coast when you lived in California.
I mean, I don't think so.
You must have.
I mean, I've driven down the coast, but to La Jolla, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I'm sure.
I
Beautiful.
went to Modesto. Modesto?
It's Modesto.
Modesto?
Modesto.
Modesto?
That's north of that's headed north, not south.
Like towards San Francisco.
Yeah.
I drove to San Francisco several times.
Why?
I worked there.
And you drove
Yeah, weirdly enough.
in your dumb Jeep?
Yeah, and then what's the other one that's kind of near San Francisco?
San Jose?
San Jose.
Sacramento?
No, back then I had a red Honda Civic. No, Honda. It was like a pretty nice car. I remember one time I was at the comedy store, and or maybe it was, I don't know what place it was, but you had to get valet, and I was waiting for my car to show up, and this really nice car came up, and I go, "Oh, I wish that was my car." And then the guy goes, "It is your car." I was like, "Oh, it looks nice."
When me and Bobby were leaving either the Comedy Cellar or the Underground, I go, "Give me a ride to my car." And his car was in the parking garage. You know that garage?
Yeah, right by this.
By the Underground.
Yeah.
So he had some big SUV.
Who's this?
Bobby Kelly.
Yeah.
So
this was back. He still has his car or no? Does that matter?
A year or 2 years ago,
Okay.
whatever. So they pull up an SUV. Bobby goes, "Get in." And I get in the SUV.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there.
Yes.
And then Bobby never shows up. And I go, "Where are you?" I called him. That was it. It wasn't his car.
Oh.
They brought his car down. He got in and drove away as I'm sitting in some strange.
Oh my God!
SUV.
But he knew that you were sitting in a stranger's SUV and drove away.
He goes,
That's
"Come
pretty
on, get in."
badass.
And then he never got in, and he tricked me.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And I'm sitting there. I'm going, "Where the fuck is he?"
Okay, I take it back. He is funny.
You never said he wasn't.
I know. I'm just fucking around.
Whoa, you fucking around.
Okay, come on, man.
All right.
Having some fun here. Having some fun. Why not have some? If you want to have real fun, you can go to the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, where they believe you deserve a getaway every day, not just once a year. Who's taking these once a year vacations when you could be down at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe every day? You know what they have this summer? Summer mocktail smoothies, just for a limited time at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Mocktail hour on the pool deck is a sip away. I hope you have a pool deck. Nothing says summer like a tropical mocktail smoothie. Fan faves include the Island Punch, which I'm going to get this afternoon because it's amazing, Mango Berry Cosmo, and Watermelon Mojito. Smoothies are on deck at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe for a little limited time. Does it get any more refreshing than that? Island Punch smoothie, peach, guava, passion fruit, mango, and pineapple. Doesn't that sound good? That's what I'm going to get today. You're on tropic time now. Go get your tropical smoothie at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
You know what I look like in this? I look like one of the black guys in the barber shop in Coming to America.
Okay.
With these glasses and hat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of.
Oh. If I just shaded my face a little, I would look like.
I don't think you can do that.
Well, no, probably not. I don't have the.
Although
I'm just
some
so
people tan to a point where it seems wrong. Like if we're not allowed to do it, we're not allowed to do
well
it.
now. When I play golf, I always spray suntan lotion 50. And let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
After I saw Bob Marley, he passed away of what was it, skin cancer?
Melanoma.
Yeah, that sun will get you. It'll get you. So,
Well, I never use sunscreen ever.
whoa.
Very rarely. If I'm gonna be laying in the sun, I'll put it on because I don't want to burn. But if I'm just going for walks in the park and stuff, I don't do it. And
And you don't get physicals either. You don't let anybody
I don't
check your tits,
no
your snacks, nothing.
no. I'm completely against modern medicine.
Good. I'm telling you.
I know how this story ends. Okay, I get it. Oh, she didn't do anything. She has psoriasis and she had some skin things that she didn't look after. And yeah, then in an ironic twist, she died of something that could have been cured easily.
It'll just be.
Happens.
You'll just be a head on my dresser. Do this, do that. Turn the lights
I'm
off.
not scared of dying. That's the thing. I'm excited. What's next? I feel like I've eaten the things I want to eat. I've traveled to the place I want to travel to. Like what's next?
Oh boy, I wish I had a gun and I just
And then you're like in court, like she wanted to.
That's
clearly.
next.
She wanted to die.
Well, I don't really have a lot to talk about because I'm under the weather, and I'm not gonna lie. I have to go play golf in this.
You're forcing yourself.
I know I gotta get. I don't know why it's so bad. I mean, there's pollen all over our yard and our pool.
Oh,
it's everywhere.
someone please tell us how to get the pollen out of our pool.
We had a great barbecue on Memorial Day. My daughters came over, their kids. Raina was playing with her niece. Like Raina's an aunt. You say aunt or aunt?
I say aunt.
Yeah.
But then sometimes if I'm around certain people, I'll switch it up to aunt because I think, am I saying it wrong?
Well, because you want to give a false.
I don't know if aunt is snotty or like of the people.
It's white.
And aunt is black?
No, aunt is universal. Aunt is snooty, white, snooty.
I don't think so.
Oh, my aunt.
No, I think black people say aunt.
Those
auntie, my auntie.
Snooty black people. Not street where I grew up. I don't have anything today, folks. I'm really sorry about this. Bonnie, you got to carry this.
You're a cunt.
Yeah. See?
We should put a thing at the beginning of this. There's a little, we're going to use the C word quite a bit.
Not we, you. I didn't say it.
Now you have weirdly certain issues, right? With like cursing and stuff. Well, on TV shows, you hate it when you see people go into the bathroom.
It's so hacky. It's just killing time.
It is weird once you pointed it out that literally every TV show, there's a scene where someone's going to the bathroom. Almost every movie. Why are they doing it? Do they think like, it's not edgy anymore. It's like overused.
It's stupid.
It's just so weird.
It's so dumb. Why don't they just walk into the kitchen or walk into the den? You know, it's just like comics.
They could do it doing up their pants. Oh, we know what happened. They just went to the bathroom.
I don't like it. I don't do it.
You hate it. Even though this morning I was downstairs getting my coffee and Rich was in the bathroom downstairs, yes, and I could hear him talking to somebody. And then I heard him talking about the color of his stool.
Yeah, there's different colors that you can.
And
see
I was like, is there something wrong with him that he's hiding from me? He's like having these private conversations with his doctor. So I did go over the door and listen a little. And Rich only talks on speaker now. I don't know what's going on with him. He's in a speaker era. And he and Bobby Kelly were having a full-on discussion about the color of their stools and what that means.
Yeah.
How fucking weird is that?
It's a medical discussion. Is that
weird? Was he also on the toilet?
I don't know. I didn't ask him, but that would have been even better. It wasn't
Should I be worried
not
about your
toilet
guys'
humor.
relationship?
It's not toilet humor. It's
I didn't say it was
discussion.
toilet humor.
It's
And
medical
also
discussion.
it's humor, not humor. All right.
Whatever you say, I'm not going to argue today.
Why?
Because I'm under the weather.
I couldn't imagine
You couldn't?
talking to my friend while on the toilet.
You never have conversations on the I hear you all the time.
No.
Yes.
But rarely, but certainly I'm hiding it. I'm not like, hey, I'm on the toilet and my poop has got white in it.
No,
what does
I didn't
that
say
mean?
my poop had white in it.
I heard
He
you
said-
say that.
he
White
said-
means it's
he
kidney
said that.
related.
Yeah, he said that. If your poop's white,
It's liver or kidney related. I
kidney
don't know.
related. I said if it's black, it could be cancer or blood in your stool. So I try not to look at it sometimes because I don't want to ruin my day.
Oh my God. But how are we together? Like we're a legitimate exact opposites.
Opposites attract, stupid.
I mean, I get bills constantly. Are you just at the doctor all the time?
No, that was from when I had my cortisone. They keep sending me 2 different bills from when I had cortisone. One from the doctor, one from the hospital or wherever I had it done, the orthopedic center.
They're trying to make you pay twice.
Well, the doctor gets paid and the orthopedic center gets paid.
But I feel like there's just
it's so many of them. They keep coming because I don't pay them all off at once. I send like $200 a month or something. I just can't see. Although I did just send my credit card a big check, to knock it down. But
well, you should always pay your credit card off fully.
Okay, Mrs. Right, I'm wrong. Oh, well, why don't we call this podcast Right and Wrong? It's Right and Wrong. Hi, I'm wrong. She's right.
And I'm right.
Right and wrong. And I was amazed by how many followers Obama had. He had 170 million or something.
He goes, I go, what? He goes, the amount of followers Obama has. And I was like, are you
It's insane.
First black president? I don't know. It seems right.
It's insane. Now, if Trump goes to jail and he still runs for office in jail and then wins, can he pardon himself?
That's a good question.
Is it?
Well, he's not going to go to jail.
People are saying that the CIA went and planned stuff out for his security in case he goes. That's
all just some kind of theater. This is all just a theater. If you, I was saying this the other day, it's so weird that people are still like hardcore right or hardcore left. If you're hardcore anything, you're a fucking idiot. Like there's no one. You can slightly be leaning to one or the other, but there's no good candidate. There's no good thing to be like. No. The Democrats are fucking insane. The conservatives are fucking insane.
Well, you say Democrats or Republicans.
Okay, whatever. I got a little tongue-tied there, but you understand what I'm talking about. If you go, I'm just slightly leaning towards Republicans because of my, because bank account or my taxes or whatever it is that gives you that reason, then just be honest about that. And okay, I'm just slightly leaning towards that.
Well, they do. They go for fiscal reasons. Some
people do,
vote,
but people try to make it like that's not the reason, that they don't want to come across as selfish or whatever. But then other people, like, if you're sitting there being like, Democrats, like
they're the worst. You're
completely out of your fucking minds too. You should be like, I guess this is the best of two evils that I gotta choose. If anybody's like hardcore any which way, I go, get the fuck out of here.
The left was supposed to be so open-minded and liberal and this, and they're so full of shit now. At least the right comes right out and says, "This is us." They're not hiding it.
They are. That is insane. That is insane. That is insane. They're both hiding it. They're both puppets of people we don't see. I mean, I completely 100% understand why there's flat earthers. because the distrust of government has gotten to a point where we don't even believe the shape of the fucking planet that we're on anymore. It's
do.
like, of course, like we didn't go to the moon. I don't believe that anymore, that we went to the moon. I don't believe anything. I think if you take whatever you've been told and flip it, that's probably you're gonna get more things into the net.
So do you think 9/11 was a conspiracy and was planned?
I leave my brain open to the I don't know, because I honestly don't know. If somebody was like, here's why it's a conspiracy, I'd be like, sounds plausible.
And Sandy Hook was actors. Do you believe that?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, well, there is people that do believe that.
Right, but I'm not saying I believe the conspiracies. I just understand why people do believe conspiracies. Okay? Because there's no transparency in anything that's going on. It's just one lie after another. Look at the food that they give us. The food they give us in this country is insane. And then they go, oh, I mean, it's completely designed to keep you locked in your going to the doctor, getting on medication, then you eat the fucking shitty food. Then it's just, they won't tell you the truth about what it is. We have 1,000 filters in our house.
Just remember, when you're watching a podcast, follow the bouncing hand of Bonnie.
Okay. Whatever. I'm not a good ranter. I believe that if you don't believe, you're as close to being right as anybody.
The left has pushed me away completely. Not that I was left or right. I'm neutral. I'm a neutral.
Why are men so scared to say they're left? Is it like
don't tell me what I am? You're
no,
telling
I'm not
me.
telling you what you are,
I'm
but
neutral.
it is a weird thing. You believe everything the left believes,
And I believe a lot of what the right believes too.
no, you don't.
Yeah, I do. When it comes to finance or different stuff. And I don't believe everything the left believes. I don't believe everything.
You believe that abortion should be legal?
I believe it's the person's choice. That person has a choice.
Their choice to make it legal or not legal?
No, their choice to do it or not.
So
do
then
it.
you believe that?
Yes.
Then the answer would be yes.
But that
Nobody's
doesn't make
taking
me
your
left.
testosterone away,
That doesn't
except
make
for the
me
people
left.
who fucking make you
No,
eat meat.
that
That's just, you know what has the most estrogen in it?
What,
Beef.
oh,
Okay, red meat.
I thought that singer.
All right. So this is like, I'm just telling you, the things that you
Gloria
think you
estrogen.
know, it's actually flip it, and you're probably closer to being right.
I'm not any of it. I just, whatever I feel. You know, all I know is Barack Obama has 131 million followers. That's a lot.
There's probably a lot of bots in there.
Yeah, you know how many he could sell out theaters. Look, I'm not going to get political.
I'm not getting political.
All I know is the left.
Just trying to be interesting.
The left has abandoned Jews. Jews. They have. Look what's going on in these college campuses. Right there. That's enough said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like they've gone off the deep end. You should just be a little left or a little right. That's the only way to be sane anymore.
And the house Jews that don't speak out, that work at these places or let this happen. Whatever. There's some great people.
I don't need every comment to be.
There's great people speaking out, and thank you, Robert Kraft.
But the thing is that it's just a verbal argument over here. It's just a verbal. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's really doing anything.
They're harassing.
Are you doing anything?
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm carrying the message, and I'm posting, and I'm putting. I have almost 200,000 followers. So yeah, I am doing some, maybe 150,000. So yeah, I am doing stuff in life. To my pal on stage, I talk about things. I do what I can do. You're right. So, look, if you're
telling people to believe what you believe,
no, I'm saying
doesn't help anything.
I'm saying take a look and do some research. People do no research and they're acting out.
Oh, so if Rich Voss tells me to do research, just saying, Okay, yeah.
Have knowledge.
No, but that doesn't help. See, you think that you
Yeah.
telling people if somebody who's pro
right.
Palestinian was like, "Hey, do some research."
I do. I've done it. I've read. I've
Yeah,
lived it.
I'm just saying
I don't
how
wanna get
silly
into
that
this
is. That's
argument.
silly.
It's not silly.
silly. It's silly.
To call college students as going to class baby killers, they have nothing to do with it. And I'll end with this. Whatever's going on over there, whether Israel's right or Palestine's right, okay, that's over. There should be no anti-Semitism in this country for what's happening over there. That's all. College students should not be harassed, going to class, being called baby killers, being attacked, being, worried for their lives. They shouldn't have to deal with it.
Agreed.
So, and we agree
Nobody
on it,
should have to deal with any
so
racism.
I shouldn't have to deal with allergies, but I am, and I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to go get Allegra. And this weekend I'll be at.
Oh my God, we gotta come on.
What?
You're gonna end on that? Let's do
All
a
right.
little more. You come on.
Yeah.
Give a little. Pretend you're on Bobby Kelly's podcast. You show a little life there. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Having some jokes. Having some jokes.
I was fun.
You did it. You had a really great joke there. I can't remember what it was.
When last night?
Yeah. Bobby Kelly said something, and then you said it. I laughed really hard.
I don't know, but
it was very quick and funny.
When we walk into a place, well, who's excited to see us? Keith, because he's meaner than us.
The thing with Keith that's so lovely now that he's had a stroke, two strokes, is he can't say all the mean things that he's thinking.
Oh, he does.
He does what he can, but you can get a lot in before he's able. Last night I felt free every time. I could see him try to come back. I was like, no, not yet. I'm not done yet.
First of all, his special airs, I think, June 10th.
It was so funny.
Yeah, June 10th. You got to watch it. Like I said a million times, and Bonnie said, if he doesn't win an Emmy, he will. I bet you, I'm giving odds 3-1 that he's going to win an Emmy. And I'm going to be so happy for him. He was the best to me on the Mark Twain awards for, Kevin Hart, who won a Mark Twain
Why?
award.
What did he do?
Don't you remember when Keith came out and spoke?
Yeah, but he didn't say your name.
No, I said he was the best.
Oh, I thought you said to me.
No, to me, in my opinion.
Your opinion was.
I thought he was
right,
the best.
right. Okay, gotcha.
He's gonna blow up at 90 years old.
Yeah,
he's the next Dangerfield. But it was so.
It was a very good special.
We're all laughing. I mean, out loud. It was really good. We're all back there, and that's got to be a lot of pressure when there's 25 comics in the back watching you.
Yeah,
That's
I never thought of that. Yeah,
you're like, oh fuck, dumb Colin. Well, listen, I'll be at the Comedy Store this week. Uncle Vinny's the following week. I got a bunch of stuff coming up. Go to richvoss.com. Bonnie's not doing Baltimore, but she will book a weekend, I'm sure.
In October.
Yeah, I'm there in June at the port. And, go to richvoss.com. Thank you for listening.
Come see me this weekend at the stands.
You're at the stand Friday and Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Look at, there's an ant. How does an ant get all the way down here? Walking. Look at one ant just traveling around in a basement. I don't know. That's got to be a lot of time to get downstairs here from wherever, from outside. How did he? Whatever. What a life.
Oof. What a great thing to end on.
Well, we got 40.
So good.
We got 40. Bonnie was dressed last night. So
wait till you find out about the pyramids. You think that ant is?
Look at him. There he goes, looking for a friend or something. Hey, It's going to die. There's no food down here. What do ants eat? Uncles? Well, I'm going to end on that, folks.
I call it aunts.
Okay. I just realized you dress like a school teacher.
A school teacher?
Oh, not like that, but with your collar. If you had a little bow tie or something.
Like a man school teacher?
No. Why do you always go to the man thing?
I don't know. I mean, I don't see women wearing this too often.
The blouse. You look good.
This is a man's shirt
I
that I
know.
got at a thrift store.
It's pretty cool. I like the collar. All right.
My Wife Hates Me podcast, hosted and created by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane. Produced by Nick Collette. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.
This jackass Jew. Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.